Lee. Woo.
Good morning, my love Robin. How are you today?
I am well. Welcome, everyone, to Coffee in the Quarantine. I'm your host, Robin Weisner, and I'm here with my beautiful friend, Lee McKenzie, a.k.a. the Church Girl Writes, and we are so happy you're here today. Happy Wednesday.
Hi, everybody. We are thrilled that you decided to join us. We'd love for you. I've got to find my coffee. We'd love for you to come and get a little bit of coffee. I'm enjoying mine from the roastery this morning, EFB, one of our sponsors. Robin, what kind of coffee cup you got going on, honey?
Girl, I'm just starting my watch party here. Oh. I have got my Agora, my favorite. I made my own version of butter coffee this morning. It's my favorite. Although I've been drinking 2 a day in the quarantine, and I really got to cut it down to 1. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a treat.
You need to get some help.
I know I do.
Good morning, Wendy. We're so glad you're here today. Hey, everybody, we've got a jam-packed show for you today. I am really, really stoked and excited to talk about some things. Robin, you want to talk with them about it?
Yes, we are so excited. We have our special guest, Betsy Pendergrass, who's going to be joining us. Yes. She is just a lovely woman, and I've just met her through Lee, but she is the creator of these Father's Hearts prayer cards, which Lee sent me for my birthday, and I absolutely love. So we're going to hear from her just about how this whole business was birthed in the middle of the quarantine, and so just excited. In her faith walk. And we're going to get to pray with her, and we're going to talk a little bit about giveaways. And we still have lots of prizes that are rolling in from sponsors that just want to help share the love. Yeah,
you're entered. If you've been doing like watch party, like right now, just go on down and click it in the comment. Like, say, hey, I want to host a watch party. Because guess what? When you do it, you get in here, and this is my special jar for the giveaways. Now, while you're with us right now, while you're going to host that awesome watch party, would you please let us know where you're coming in from? Yeah. And just give us a shout out, give us a hey, yo, what, and a happy emoji. What's your favorite emoji? What emoji? What do you... emoji. What is your favorite emoji that you use, Robin?
I do. It's either hearts or praying hands all the time, or laughing. I stay pretty much within those ones.
But I usually do. Well, I'm going to put mine down in the comments right now. My top 3 are a heart.
I could do mine.
Red lip kisses. Laughing and hands up, like double hands up.
Praise hands. The praise hand.
Oh yeah, I'm a praise hand kind of girl. Let me tell you.
I have a hard time. There's so many that are like the faces. I can't even see what they are. And I wish they would have a feature like that you could, anyone else relate? Like, I mean, I have pretty good vision with my glasses on, but I cannot see what half of those are. I'm like, can I just open it?
Expand that on my phone.
Yeah.
There is a way you can adjust that on your phone, but we're not going to get into that.
Well, I do have like the I forget what they call it, but there's a number code for it, but like for vision impaired people, like I already have my font. You can read my text from the next street over, but
oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness.
April's asking me what the butter coffee is. Really quickly, April, it is a form of there's bulletproof coffee brand, but there is a bulletproof coffee recipe, and there's lots of different names for it and ways to make it. Agora, my coffee shop downtown, they sell a butter coffee, but I also make it at home. And basically it is coffee with a tablespoon of butter, and you foam it up. And so it's got that fat in there, but it's not sweet, and it just makes it really rich and creamy. And then it also helps if you're really into coffee, it helps the caffeine burn like more consistently over time. Instead of like a big rush, it helps it last longer. Just like an easy.
Oh, like it carries it. It carries the caffeine.
Yeah. So I actually make mine with ghee I use ghee instead, or MCT oil. And then I put unsweetened cacao powder in there, which is also a great mineral. And I put it in the blender. That's the thing. You put it in the blender, so it's like all foamy, and it's my treat. But it's my chocolate fix. That's how I got over the peppermint mochas at Starbucks. But yeah, I kind of just traded one idol for another, and so then there's a whole other topic. So,
and while we're at it, okay, are y'all drinking your water, your coffee, or your tea? Let us know, because I'm telling you something, all because of Robin. Not only have I added to my coffee during the day, but now I've got to drink the 40 ounces of water. But some of you are tea drinkers, and that's all right. You can join us around the coffee table with your tea, and we love you too. So let us know down there if you are doing a little bit of which beverage and if you're doing wine, there's no judgment. Yeah. Jesus drank wine. I don't know, but it had to be 5 o'clock somewhere. So
that's great. We are international.
We are international now. You have no idea. We've had them from South America, North America, and we might just get over to Europe sometime soon. All right. So what else are we talking about today, my friend?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco. All right. What'd you do?
I'm asking me this, but she already knows I'm a total loser when it comes to this. So I wanted to order out from the local Mexican place, get curbside, because there was a cute little restaurant nearby. And then my son was like, well, what about Chipotle? And I was like, all right, because I mean, sometimes authentic Mexican food, it can be really heavy in calories and a lot of stuff like that. I'm like, I can get a Chipotle salad, whatever. Wouldn't you know, the Chipotle in our neighborhood is closed on Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. They're closed on Tuesdays during the quarantine. And so I couldn't, I was trying to order online. I tried to call. They were closed. So ask me where we ate.
I already know where you ate. So Robin, where did you eat? What kind of food did you have yesterday for Cinco de Mayo, Mexican Independence Day? Tell me, just tell me.
We had Mediterranean food. But it was so good. Have you heard of the place called Cava? I think it's a chain. It's, oh my gosh, it's build your own Mediterranean bowl. It's really healthy and so good. I could easily get hooked on it. So you build your own. So you pick like your base, your salad, like romaine spinach, spring mix, super greens, and then you can add your grains, and then you can add like hummus, Kalamata olives, feta cheese.
Is this like the Greek bowls that Katie and April were? Who is it, Katie or April, that we're talking about?
Maybe. I mean, it's really good, and it's very healthy, and I mean, it's probably got a good amount of calories, but it's all good. So yeah, we did Uber Eats, which I never tried before the quarantine, but my husband couldn't believe it. He's like, "What? The guy was here in like 20 minutes."
Nice.
It was amazing and really delicious. So
morning, Stacy and April. She drinks it hot.
Yes.
Woo, girl, drinking it hot. April's saying she's drinking her water, her protein coffee. What's a protein coffee drink? Good Girl Moonshine. What is that?
That's from Healthy Mama.
And ginger. Coffee in the morning and tea whenever I feel like it. April, I'm so impressed with you. That is Good Girl Moonshine.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I'm going to have to try that.
It is pretty tasty. Yeah. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, my daughter likes to do like the Bragg's apple cider with the mother in it, like the live stuff in it. She really digs that stuff. Like she was drinking it just like a tablespoon, and then she's like, it's a little strong, so she drinks it in water. But fermented stuff is supposed to be so good for you.
It's good for your gut health.
Oh boy.
What did you do for Cinco de Mayo?
Well, we partied hard for Cinco de Mayo. Let me tell you, we did. Here, the hats are.
There they are. It's like a hat dance. Did you do a hat dance?
The hats are dancing with one another. Well, okay, so this is the deal. All right, I had to have my neck realigned after I wore Jonna Turwelp's gigantic sombrero, and I really wanted the kids to like do a dance party with me. Bella, at one point, she was like she had a sombrero on as she was ordering our Mexican food last night. And she was really funny, but I'm like, all right, so we're going to do this big party. We're going to do this big dancing, right? And they're all like, no, don't you dare film us looking like this. Julian was playing a video game and he had one of the hats on. I'm like, can I? He's like, no, get away from me. I'm like, but it's so cute. So my entire family, I looked at my husband. I'm like, can't we have a dance party? He's like, that's not going to happen.
It's like you're the teenager in the house.
I think you may be right. And so that we did, everyone actually got a hat on, but then ended up, we ordered out, we tried to order online from Mayo. We have a couple of local Mexican food restaurants, and like you could not get through. You could not get through. And we ended up being like, oh my gosh, like we are not going to be able to get Mexican food. So we ended up going to one of the taco trucks. We have like 2 taco trucks in our town. And so we went to the taco truck and ordered, and it was raining and it was a mess, but there was a huge line. It was crazy. Brought it home. It was great. Taco Tuesday, $7 for 3 tacos and some beans and rice.
Wow. Look at that.
But they were out of guacamole, Robin. I almost cried.
Oh, that's terrible.
One more insult in the quarantine. They're out of guacamole.
That should be a crime.
It should be, especially if you are a Mexican taco truck. How could you run out of the guac?
Yeah.
But it was great to see all the local businesses just having, they were slam packed, and I'm praying that they are making money. I'm praying that they're going to keep on going throughout the quarantine, because you all know here, we love our small businesses. We love to support our small businesses. We love to support our Christian businesses as well, especially when they're friends of ours, right?
That's right. That's right. That is right.
So I think, so the whole thing was to set us up for our guest today. And we are really super, super excited to have our friend Betsy Pendergrass here from gatheringaround.com. Robin, are we going to bring her in right now?
Yes, I'm going to hide you for a second so I can put her in the middle. And then, oops. There we go. Yay, we're all three here. Yay for technology. Oh, let me unmute you. Hey, Betsy. Welcome. I'm so glad
Thank you for having me. So fun.
Yay.
So fun.
We
We're
are
having a party over here on our watch party. Y'all are
yay. That's great.
So if they have questions, Betsy, you're welcome. If you look down and you see somebody's had a question, you're welcome. At the end, we can do a question and answer at the end with you. But we are so completely stoked to have you here with us. Okay, so Betsy I am such a fan of all of her cards. I'm going to do our setup for you now. Like at Christmas time, Betsy over on Instagram said, hey, I've got these beautiful Advent cards. Can I send you some, Lee? And, just let people know what you think of them, right? And I was like in love with your Advent cards. They're still out. Like I can't even put them away because they're so beautiful. They're still out. And she made these little ones. They were about yay big size. So sweet. All about the aspects of Jesus before Christmas. And then she told me she has these Heart of the Father cards, and would it be okay if she sent them to me? I'm like, are you kidding me? What did I tell you, Betsy?
You went crazy. It was the best. It was so fun. You and Julian were like, y'all made my week with that. It was the funnest.
So when I finally got the cards, and these are them, I love them so much. I thought, and we promoted them before here on Coffee in the Quarantine, but I thought these would be, look at, you've got it from us.
Yeah. They came so beautifully wrapped too. Even I just love the yarn, and the parchment envelope they came in. They're so cute.
And I fell in love with these, and I thought these would be the best gift for a girlfriend, like my girlfriend Robin, and I sent to my friend Allison, and I sent some to my good friend Michelle Novotny, who we're gonna have on Friday, Dr. Michelle Novotny. And I was so excited because when I pulled them out of the package, okay, and we're going to get to this. I want to hear all about how the love and the care, Betsy, that you took in creating these cards. But I got to talk about Julian saying, like, I gave them to Julian because Julian's a creative. And oh my heaven's sakes, he took them and he's like, oh, I got shivers. Like, they feel, I'm like, you've got to feel them. You've got to look at them. Like, look at this. And he's like, oh, it's like, where's my microphone? It's like ASMR. Can you hear that? ASMR. The way it feels, the way it sounds. Oh, gives me chills. And I'm like, really? And he was like, these are beautiful. I'm like, I know. So, Betsy, talk to us about this love project of yours.
Yeah, start from the beginning, though. I want to hear the backstory because I don't know the backstory. So tell us.
Okay, so I had this idea to make some cards. It's really the first in a set of 3. Is the overall big picture, and they're all going to be about being seen and heard by the Lord. Mm-hmm. And this first set was supposed to be just really sharing the heart of the Father. And as a college student, I would lay in my bed in my dorm room and I'd start writing. I've always been a writer. I would just write and write and write. And at some point, my brain would click over and I would begin to write what the Lord was saying to me. So it would be like his heart for me. Well, I didn't think a ton about it then, and I just did it. And so then just a few months ago, and I was trying to dream this concept, and the Lord was like, go back, do that. And so I went to a mentor's house and I shut myself in a room and I spent the day just doing that. And it was the funnest project I have done in years. I had a ball creating these cards, but my heart is to create content that isn't just good quality content, but that's actually beautiful too. Mm-hmm. And I have a dream in my heart to create a book from the same concept of beauty and great content. But the quality of the cards was just as important to me as what it said. And so I went to a printer friend and was like, let's talk about paper. And my husband and I got the paper out and we like felt the paper. No. Got some more paper.
You smell the paper.
It was such a gooby, nerdy writer thing to do. And I just, and so it was, when you guys appreciated the way they were made and the paper, it was like, yes, that's what I was going for.
So tell us about what role who is Taylor Pendergrass, and what role does Taylor have in this?
Taylor's my husband, and I could not do what I do without him. He right now is behind the scenes, but that's not, I'm saying now, I'm going to say prophetically, that is not for long, because we're in transition and hopefully we'll be doing this more together. But he's my editor. He helps me. Like these cards, like I write the initial writing, then I take them to him, and then he edits, but he also tweaks. It's like, you trying to say this, or you wanting to say that? And so we're partners in it all. I couldn't have done any of this that I've done without him. And so our heart is to have a podcast together one day and talk parenting, because our greatest joy is to teach marriage and parenting. And everything I do on the website, we do together. So you guys don't see him a ton, but you're going to be seeing him more, because we're good. That's our goal.
That is so amazing. Now, who does your images? Are you the one who does the beautiful images as well?
I found an artist for those images, and I purchased a file that had a few, and then I created I've never done anything like this. And you guys need to understand, when the Lord started talking to me about making a website, the only thing I did on computer was type some
totally
words.
Understand.
That's it. And he said, I want you to do a website. I said, excuse me? Do you know?
Did I hear you right, sir?
You want me to do a what? I mean, I had no frame of reference for that. And so none. And now I'm dreaming for a whole second website of a whole a partnering concept with this. But
so tell us what the website name is so that people can go to it. And it is a beautiful website, I have to tell you. Robin, have you gone in and looked at it yet? It is absolutely a stunning website. She has prayers on there so that you can, if you don't know how to pray through your home, Betsy has put in prayers, in the kitchen, and prayers through your home, and all these different things. She has different articles that are up. She has, of course, where you can get the, here, wait, I have it. It's at gatheringaround.com.
Yes.
It has, she has blog posts. She also has where you can buy the Heart of the Father cards, as well as the Advent cards. But it's visually beautiful, Betsy. Visually.
Thank you. That's my heart. And I on the website, I mean, we're wannabe business people. Like, that's doing ministry, business people in ministry. But I want my website to be beautiful. I don't want distraction from advertising. I don't want, and that is personally just my own preference. I want it to be a beautiful place to be. And Taylor and I years ago started having college students come to our home and eat with us. And we developed relationships around our table that we realized are lifelong relationships. And we got to talking about it, realized so many people are stepping away from the table where we are now. And it's our heart to gather people and to help them to see the importance of gathering. And in all aspects, small gatherings, large gatherings with the Father, all aspects of gathering. And so we talk about marriage and family. We talk about friend relationships. We talk about ministry opportunities, all of those things that have to do with gathering.
How important is that? Okay. Who wants one of these? Who wants a set of these? There are 30 of them. Look at, and I'm serious. You want a set of these? I want to see who wants them. I want to see put your hand up. Go put your hand up right now. If this is something that you are loving, there are 30 of these cards, and we are going to be, yes, go ahead, Betsy. You tell us what we're going to be doing.
We're giving away a set.
I'm just so excited for this.
Hey, and when we talked about the website, we didn't mention who the guest post author was this week.
Who was it?
Did an amazing article about refreshing your heart. And if you guys are really struggling right now, if your heart is in need of some refreshment, I want to challenge you to go to my section that's talking all about taking care of your heart, and see Lee's new article. In fact, I'll share it again today. If you follow me on Facebook, Betsy Pendergrass, I'll do the link to it this afternoon, and so everybody can go straight to it.
Okay, and the funny thing is, oh, good, I'm glad. Okay, good. Yeah, keep on putting your hands up, because guess what? You just might win them. I'm so excited.
And can I just share something about it? I just got, Lee had just told me about these, and she sent me some for my birthday, and so I was so excited. And the first one I picked up was 1 Peter 2:9. And, actually listening to Katie and April when they were on the show on Friday, just their heart about memorizing scripture, and really the Lord's been putting that in my heart as well, to really, really we need to have the word, in our heart, buried in our heart, right? And I've never been good at memorizing scripture, but I'm good at paraphrasing it. And so when I saw this, I was like, I am really convicted now to start memorizing. So I want to memorize 1 Peter 2:9, but I love the way that Betsy, the words on the back, if I could just read it, it says, just the thought of it. And I had messaged her. I said, I just want to take one card a week. I know there's enough for every day in the month, but I just want to take one card a week, memorize the verse, and also meditate on the words she has on the back here. It says, "You are my treasure that I have chosen. This is truly how I see you, as a treasure. And you know how people care for their treasures. You are a king and a priest. You carry my authority because you are my child. I'm inviting you to come out of any darkness you might be walking in and walk in the light that brings freedom." Wow, I love that so much. "And as you experience that shimmering light of truth and peace, you can't help but talk about me and the real freedom that comes through our relationship." I just love that. Like, every morning, I just want to have my coffee with the Lord and just remember this, what he has put inside of us, and that he brings, freedom in that light. And it's just beautiful. It's too good to just do one a day, in my opinion.
I do them every night before bed.
Yeah.
I like, as I'm going to bed, I do them every night before bed. And we also had another great ideas too for this, because really launching in a quarantine time, that is like so impossible. Who launches in quarantine? But we're finding that people are ready actually, and they're attentive to something as beautiful and amazing as this. What you had talked about is like sending one card, just one of the cards, to a shut-in, like somebody. I'm thinking about like to somebody who has cancer, and you can't go and get them and take care of them. But these are $18.50. Price point is fantastic, plus shipping. So for like $20, you get these. I mean, and they're thick. They are thicky boys. Let me tell you, these are gorgeous. They've got great texture. And you could send one of these in an envelope. So for like under $1, like 75 cents, you could send one of these to somebody, and you could be an encourager. And I see could you imagine somebody going through chemo and getting one a day for 30 weeks or whatever, and then they would end up with a whole pack. Like, what a thoughtful gift.
My sister-in-law had the idea that it would be really cute in a frame, like the one, like if you've got one, if you put it in a frame for somebody.
Beautiful.
But Mother's Day, everybody, Mother's Day. If I get orders today or tomorrow, the post office is telling me that I could get them to your mama's in time. So if you need a Mother's Day present to be sent to somebody's home,
this is unique. Very
Yeah.
unique. Yes.
There's absolutely fantastic. So order some. I ordered, Betsy sent some to me, and I loved it so much, I ordered for like 3 people. So get your bodies over to gathering around, get it in the cart and order it, because, and then go and explore the rest of the website. It really is a blessing in so many ways. And okay, funny side story that we talked about before the broadcast. Betsy had asked me to write that post about refreshing hearts back in February or March. And I was like, I'm that person. I have to get the juices flowing. And I wrote it really, really fast one morning, edited it, and then sent it to her and forgot that I had done it. Completely forgotten what I had written. And so like this past week, she's like, hey, we're going to be setting that up on the website. And I'm like, remind me what that was again. I'm such a ding dong. And then so she actually had to send me my article back to me to remind me what I wrote. So then I could write my bio and send some pictures. But I love that. I love the story that you talked about with us, that you wrote all of these, everything that's on the back of these, like in one day, and you didn't remember what you wrote either.
No. I did not, and it's been the funniest thing, because I have them sitting up in my windowsill on an easel at the sink. And so if I'm in the morning, I'll flip my card and read it. And I cannot tell you how many times on Facebook I have shared a picture of my card and gone, this blessed me so much. This was so good. It's like I'm shocked because I don't remember what was on them.
Oh my gosh, that you and I have the same problem. It's like you've got amnesia as a writer. Hey, and what's funny is we're just looking at some of the comments, and April's saying it's a beautiful sight peeking on my phone while I'm watching. That's so cool. And Amanda, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, and I was saying when we were talking before the show too, if you all ever, I used to go to Hobby Lobby and you can get a box of Christian greeting cards, assorted ones for different occasions. How cool would it be if you had, even if you put one of these cards inside a birthday card, and then Betsy said,
I am actually creating greeting cards right now.
So excited.
Off the same concept of this set of cards. And by the way, my heart is that this is one set of 3, all about being seen and heard by the Father. But I've had so many requests of people who really want some quality greeting cards that I am hopefully today or tomorrow starting the process of making a set of 12 greeting cards with envelopes that people could send.
What a great way. We've been talking about how we can serve, how we can surrender to our hearts to the Lord during the quarantine, how we can serve when we can't be out, I mean, I guess some people were starting to open up, but this is one thing that we can do so easily to share. And I love the idea of sending one card at a time as well. I think that's just a great idea. You could just multiply, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I love it.
Blessings all around for so many people in so many different ways. Just love it. Just love it. And so have you had a couple of orders, Betsy, or has it been slow? Has it been, hun?
This Mother's Day has been so fun, but it has been off the hook. People are sending them to mamas right and left, and it's really exciting.
Oh, so
and
good.
I pray over every set. And so God bless Lee, that each one of these devotions would be a blessing to her. So if you have a set of cards from me, you have they've been prayed over just for you. Robin, I laid hands on your cards. I was like, oh, God bless Robin. So they all come with a prayer.
Oh,
such a sweet soul. Such a sweet soul. Betsy, we are so enjoying having you on Coffee in the Quarantine. Hey, and if you are loving this idea, I want you to put a number 1 if you're going to send it to your mom, and a number 2 if you're going to buy a set and send it to your best friend. Or maybe how about number 3? You send it to your pastor's wife. Or you can do 1, 2, or 3. How about that? Because you know how hard it is to be a pastor's wife?
I want you to message me on Facebook.
Oh, I did.
Because you did.
Yeah, Allison.
Such a heart for pastors' wives, and so if you're ordering and you're sending it to a pastor's wife, please tell me somehow, message me, because I'll put a note in there and a prayer for that pastor's wife specifically, because those women are on the front lines and are
I hear you, sister. Yes, Allison is a pastor's wife. You sent one to Allison, and so believe me, like, my heart for pastoral support and care is right here. And so bless your pastor's wives, because you have no idea how hard it is to be a wife married to leadership. I'm one of those. My goodness, those women need your prayers. And just to know that their husbands get all the accolades and, oh, he's so awesome, I love what he preached, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Guess what? The pastor's wife, she's probably 75% of how amazing he probably is.
Yes.
They're pretty amazing on their own, but
they are the most under-recognized, unappreciated. And not only that, but we expect so much of them. And sometimes it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you marry a man and say he's called to ministry doesn't mean that you're called to run women's ministry in your church.
I know.
And yet we expect that if they married this man, then they also expect to run our women's ministry.
Oh, they run women's ministry. They play the piano. They clean the toilets. I mean, they start the worship bands. They fill in. Yeah, your kid just vomited. I got it. I mean, pastors' wives do it all. I mean, let me tell you, they do it all. And you know what? Here's the thing. Because I have done a lot of ministry with a lot of different pastors' wives, not just from my own church. And the funny thing is, one of my girlfriends outside of my church, who's a pastor's wife, said, I'm the only one in the entire church who's not allowed to have an opinion.
Yes. What are we
and I just saw Wendy Gilliland just pop down really quick, and she's a missionary's wife. Do you know how hard that is? Send these to your missionaries, okay? Send them to your missionaries' wives, because you know what? That's another unsung hero.
Yes.
That these women are like getting it done, or they're the accountant. Like, I was not an accountant. Oh, you're gonna count the pies coming in, because you're gonna take them to the bank, and you're gonna make sure we're all good. Oh my heavens, people! Like, our women leadership, especially our pastors' wives and missionaries' wives, that's a hard ride. So if you want to send something to them, make sure that as you are ordering and letting Betsy know that you're ordering, let them know, because she will spend some extra time in prayer over them.
I really will. And the thing is that, and not only that, but in their parenting, we keep them under a microscope. We look at their kids and shake our heads and word curse them all the time about what they're going to do that's going to be wrong. And
those PKs are PKs for a reason. You guys have no. I got elders' kids.
Oh, so
hard.
yes, I'm excited about the thought of pastors' wives getting these cards.
Yeah.
And what about teachers?
Yes.
It would be a great gift for teachers, children's ministry leaders.
Yeah.
They have a pretty
took
tough
some
job
to
too.
Yeah.
Lots of them. And just girlfriends, like Katie was saying on Friday, she has her little box of gifts, for any occasion, just to have, have for friends and stuff. It's awesome. I love it so much.
Maybe if you guys are thinking about this, tag your favorite pastor's wife.
Oh,
Get them in there, and we'll be praying for them. If you will tag them, if you put their name in, we're going to be praying for them at the end. Your favorite youth ministry person, just tell us what their name is, tag them in this, and then just tell us what they do, because we can be praying for the wives of our pastors, our missionaries' wives, and the wife of ministry leaders or ministry leaders in general. That would be that's a way that we can bless you immediately today and bless them immediately as well.
Amen.
Yay!
So nice to have you, Betsy.
Thank you, ladies.
I love it.
And I just want to say, I would love for folks to join me in the conversation on Facebook and Instagram under Betsy Pendergrass, because it's a good way to connect. We play down technology a lot, but I would never have known you ladies if it wasn't for technology. And I'm so grateful for the conversations that we get to have.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And Betsy, you and I met over on Instagram, and I can't even remember how we met, but what a blessing. Praise God that we did, right?
I feel like Instagram is kind of like my mullet. It's like business and beauty on the front, and that's my feed, and then it's a party in the back on the Insta story. You just never know what's going to happen in the story.
That's so true. Instagram girls, it's not so funny, but yeah, here we are on Facebook Live. We are so thankful for Facebook Live.
Yes.
What are we gonna do? We gotta have fellowship here and encourage other people that are with us today.
Absolutely. Aww.
Lovely. We are so glad. All right, chickens. What do you think, Robin? What do we got going on?
Well, let's see. We need to pray, and we need to wrap up about the giveaway as well.
Yeah.
And give a little insight for what's coming on Friday too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to start? Robin, you want to start, or do you want me to start?
You want to pray or give the giveaway stuff?
I'll start the prayer first. Let's do the pray first.
Okay.
And then we'll do a Betsy sandwich. So it'll be me and then Betsy.
Yep. Okay.
Hashtag Betsy sandwich.
Yes.
And again, if you have a pastor or a pastor's wife that you want, or a missionary's wife, or somebody that you know and love, would you please tag them down below, and just let us know what it is that they do, because we really do take that seriously. Prayer is the best way that we can serve one another right now, outside of doing great giveaways and having great content. Prayer right now is really, we enter the throne room of God. That's where business happens. Yeah. All business happens. And so we would love to hear from you. We'll be watching. And even if you're in the replay, please hit hashtag replay for us. And you can still, because we'll be watching, we'll be looking over those. And as they come, we'll be praying for them as well. So, all right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Oh, I just Jennifer Pratt hopped on. She's one of our pastors' wives. I love you.
Yay.
Give me a little all right. Okay. Here we go. Are we ready?
Yes.
Right, let's go to the front room. Heavenly Father, what a joy you are. What a joy you are in fellowship with beautiful women doing beautiful things for the kingdom of God. We praise you, Lord Jesus, for the blood that covers us, because, Father, it is because of that we are in fellowship. It is because of that we have the Holy Spirit. It is because of that we can stand in the throne room and know that you hear these prayers. Father, I just thank you and praise you for the morning, for the conversations with Robin. I love my girl Robin so much. She blesses my soul. She is a balm. She's my sister in arms and my battle buddy. I praise you, God, for her. I admire her so much. Thank you for her. And for Betsy, oh Lord, thank you for her sweet, sweet, sweet voice and her heart to serve. Praise you for Taylor, her husband, who is just, they are going arm in arm together into ministry full time and just moving forward with this beautiful website, these gorgeous cards that will bless so many. Father, I pray for fruit. I pray for a huge fruit for that, Lord. I pray that that the people that are hearing our voices today, and that how this is shared again and again, Father, that people would be able to see and feel the love and the Holy Spirit that comes from gathering around. And Lord God, I just pray right now that you would, oh gosh, the harvest is plentiful right now. There are so many people, their souls are aching. They want something more. They need something more. They need hope in the darkness.
Yeah.
Father, they need fellowship. They need to know that you see them. And God, I pray for just tangible evidence for somebody today who's listening. God, if you do not, who can? And of course you can. And of course you will. Lord, they are in hard places. They are in joyful places. They are in sad places. They're all over the board right now, Lord God. Father, give us a tangible way that we know that you've been with us, that we can trust you. Father, let us give hope, the reason for our hope right now. God, as we walk through today, Father, I pray that our minds would be touched on all of our pastors' wives, and that we would pray for them. I pray that we would think about, I'm thinking about like our missionaries' wives. I'm thinking about Lori, who's in Quito, Ecuador for Panda Vida. I'm thinking about Wendy Gilliland. She's one of our people. She's pastor's wife for Todd in Uganda. I'm praying for blessings on her as they've come back. Lord God, I'm praying for Jennifer Pratt. Love her so much. And her husband, how he is just working inside the church. I pray for Allison Harris. Father, I pray for Jenny Hensel. I pray for Jen Talcott. Father, I pray for, oh my gosh, we have so many. I pray for our pastors' wives. I can't even begin to name them all. I pray for Megan Weir. Those are our preaching pastors' wives, our executive team. Father, that you would bless them abundantly. You would give them strength and perseverance for the walk that they have. Lord God, we just praise you, and I thank you so much. I got to pass it off.
Lord, I just thank you for this safe place right here, the coffee and the quarantine. And I thank you that you have created it to be a platform that from which you're going to do great and mighty things. I thank you that what you've begun in Robin and in Lee is going to be bigger than they ever even imagined. I thank you that it's like the seed that was planted in the ground that bears great fruit. And Lord, what a gift to get to come together today with such a powerful conversation about pastors' wives. We really lift them up, Lord, in the fact that they are underappreciated and we over expect from them. And we thank you for the ministry that they do, but we also speak freedom to them, freedom to do what you've created them to do. That our expectations wouldn't dictate their roles in our churches. I pray for Latrina and Sherry, and I pray for Becky, and I pray for there's so many. And if we just pray that in each church, God, you would just allow us to come around those women and lift them up and encourage them. You give us creative ideas and ways to let them know how loved they are. And God, we just pray that you would help them know they are seen and heard, because I have a feeling that they don't think they're seen and heard. It's their job to see and hear everybody else, but are we giving them space to be seen and heard themselves? I thank you, God, for what you're doing here, and I thank you for what you're going to do past this quarantine with these women, that you're going to do great and mighty things through Robin and Lee, in Jesus' name.
Oh, Father, I just am in agreement with everything Betsy and Lee said, and I can't help but just praise you for just the simple fact that we are free to pray live on social media right now, Lord, without fear of persecution. thank you for that, Lord, for that we live in that freedom, and we don't take that for granted, Lord. Thank you for the opportunity to have this platform to share the good news in small ways and big ways. We know that you're in all the details, even if it's a simple, beautifully crafted card, Lord, that you provide so many ways that we can encourage and uplift each other, not just the women, but the men as well, Lord. I lift up all of our leaders in ministry. I lift up the female pastors in ministry, Lord, like my pastor, Christina Lowry, and I pray for our worship leader, Kristen Duggins. I pray for the women that are leading in children's ministry and all just these different areas, Lord. But I pray for our church leadership right now. This is a time of refining for all. Everyone is having to pivot, Lord. And so I just pray for a hedge of protection around them and just infusion of your Holy Spirit wisdom in their hearts, Lord, that there would not be just any distraction or lies from the enemy that would make them feel less than. I pray against the spirit of comparison in our pastoral leadership, Lord, because I know it's probably so hard right now with you see small churches and medium churches and large churches and just trying to do the best you can. And I pray against the spirit of fear of will they survive financially, but I also thank you, Father, for all those that are being drawn near to you through the ability to provide services online. And I just ask for your spirit to be in all of that, Lord, and just a special anointing on those who have answered the call to step up. We know that takes so much courage, that nobody does that for the financial gain. Lord, that is a completely selfless thing, answering to your call, pouring out complete vulnerability. So I just ask for a special blessing over just all pastoral leadership and their families. I know it's hard for the children of pastors as well. Oh, Lord, I just ask for your covering over them. And just thank you for this opportunity to come together. I just pray you'll be with the women here, that they would be blessed. And just thank you for Betsy and her heart. And just, you are a God of the details, and you do make beautiful things. And I think about just the description of the building of the temple, even in the smallest detail, and how that just poured through Betsy and these cards, every detail so beautifully crafted, straight from the heart, from your lips to her hand, Lord. We thank you for the opportunity to honor her, and I just pray her business would be blessed, and others would be inspired as well during this time that have business ideas or whatever that may be, to take that step as she so boldly has, just answering your call, Lord, taking messy action, stepping out there. I pray for a blessing on all of that, and we just love you so much, and it's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Coming out of our prayer time. And remember, if you have other pastors' wives or women's ministry leaders that you want prayed for throughout the day, we would ask that you would pray for them. But remember, you come on back in here and tag them, and we will pray for them. And I just, as we were praying, I was thinking, my mind went to all these women that I love and that I honor and that I respect, and that I want to see their ministries blessed beyond measure, blessed by the tens, 50s, and thousands. And so, just so sometimes you just need to know that somebody's been praying for you.
Amen.
Yes. We stand shoulder to shoulder, don't we, ladies?
That's right.
Shoulder to shoulder with you guys. And we are here to lift you up, build you up, and make sure that you know that you are not alone in ministry, but that we're praying for you and we are here for you. So.
Yay! Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. It's been such a pleasure.
Remember, if you are interested in these absolutely stunningly gorgeous cards, go to Gathering Around and go see Betsy. Go visit her over on Facebook as well, Betsy Pendergrass. It's a great name, by the way, Betsy. I love your name.
And I have one more thing I almost forgot. Tina Smith and I do a brand new podcast called Not All Heroes Wear Capes, a mom podcast. So if you're a mom out there and you need some encouragement, come on over and check us out.
Absolutely. And Tina Chambers is too. What's her handle over on Instagram?
Raising Kids on Your Knees.
Yep, love her. She's got a great
You do not want to miss her.
You're both some of my favorites.
Thank you, ladies.
We love you, Betsy. Thank you so much for being with us.
On our knees. I'm putting in the
Yes.
comments.
Raising kids on your knees or
on your knees.
On your knees.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's fabulous, just fabulous. So
Awesome.
so glad. Thank you so much, Betsy,
Thanks,
for praying for
Thank
Actress
you.
Wise and being a little light. We love you.
All right, I'm going to take her off now.
Woohoo.
Yay. Thanks, Betsy.
Oh, okay. How many of you were blessed by the prayers for our pastors, wives, and ministry? Would you put give a little bit of love? Because that has been my heart for so many years, is to be pastoral support and care and to cheer women on, collaborate, not compete, and love one another greatly. And so if you loved it, I'm just going to go right now. I'm going to hit my hearts, and I'm going to put some hearts in down below, because that blessed me. You have no idea how much that blessed me to have us three praying for them. Women in ministry is our job. All right, so Robin, I love
We can't leave without telling them about the giveaway.
I am so excited about these giveaways. Okay, so I saw one share of a watch party. I shared a watch party, so I hope y'all shared watch parties, because when you do, what are the ways you can get in my jar? Tell them, Robin.
Aww.
Tell them.
I was just saying April said her prayers at the end of her favorite. Oh, we love that. Thanks for staying with us till the end too. Yes. Yeah. So let me see if you guys can remember too. Drop them below if you remember. One, Lee already gave away, hosting a watch party. That's number one, host a watch party. Number two, share our page. And remember, you have to tag at Quarantine and Coffee. I know we say Coffee in the Quarantine. That's what we call our page, but the name of the actual page is Quarantine and Coffee. So go ahead and do that. And Lee and I watch for notifications. So when we see them, we will come. Anything that you post about our page, we'll get a notification. And when you see that we comment hashtag Quarantine and Coffee giveaway, you know that we have marked that and entered that. Okay, so let us know. You got to tag it so that we know, and then we'll put that hashtag on there. Quarantine and Coffee giveaway. So she's got those names.
April remembered another one.
The survey. That's right. Thank you so much for the surveys. We really. I don't know if covet is a good word, but we really appreciate it, because we want to serve. That's our whole point, is to serve. And we want your honest feedback about whether we should continue. What do you want to see more of? What should we do less of? You know, would you share this? When do you watch? All that sort of thing. It'll take you like 2 minutes to complete.
It's such a fun little form. It actually makes, you made the survey. You made the survey so easy to do. I loved it.
I love it. Yeah. So we got the do a watch party, share our page, do the survey.
Picture of you watching us.
Picture of you watching us.
People, we love that. And posting it to our page. Tag us, post us.
Yes, put it in your stories. Invite someone, say, hey, I'm heading over. Come join me in Quarantine and Coffee. And then just adding any kind of, content to our page, a recipe, some kind of inspiration, a link to something you love, whatever that is. Make
funny meme.
A funny meme. This is our community, right? We don't want to just be the only one that's pouring out. We want you to feel like a contributor and add value as well. So, those are the ways.
And then is there anything else? What else do we have? Are we
that
good?
Was 5. Yeah, I think that was all the 5.
Yes.
And we counted up our giveaways. We have
girls.
Good stuff, ladies.
Oh, girls. Okay. All right. I'm just going to ask. Anyone like the earrings? Mm-hmm. These are, I'm so excited. I'm sending you a pair, my little lovey. Okay, so we have a local business called the Adorn Co. Well, it's not local, but it started by Lily, who is a girlfriend of mine here. And Lily is a Christian, and these are the Adonai earrings. You won't get these because I'm wearing them, but I do have a lovely bit of beautiful. I'm so excited. They're lightweight. They're gorgeous. They give 10% of a tithe. And these are the Adonai, which means God is my Lord. These are going to be a giveaway. These are around $30, $28, $30. Oh my gosh. Go to theadornco.com and you can see all the different things that they have. we are going to be giving these away. So we love you, Adorn Co. Thank you, Lily, you little
I got to
sweetheart.
meet her the other day, and she's adorable. And I love, we should have her on as a guest. I love how she talked about how the names of each of the earrings are different names of God. It's so beautiful. And she started her business in the quarantine too, right?
She did. They started the business in the quarantine. And the earrings that I sent you, Robin, are called Ahava. And that is Hebrew for love. And so I'm so excited for you to get them. So excited. We also have, of course, Babe Lash. Babe Lash, Babe Lash. Boo, 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 boo. Babe Lash is one of our sponsors for coffee in the quarantine, and they decided they would do a giveaway because you know how much we love our lashes. Lashes, lashes. So we are giving away 2 Babe Lashes to people who are going to be participating in the giveaway. I also have, what else do we have? Oh, yes. One of my favorites, we talked about the favorites early on in this, and I have a buff headband that I'm going to be sending to you. If you love, these are fantastic. Robin has them. I have them. We think they're fabulous. What else are we giving away, Robin? What else? Coffee?
Yes, we have, you're giving, your local coffee brewers is giving away a pound of coffee. I've got 2 free drinks at my local Fredericksburg Agora downtown coffee shop. We also almost forgot, since we had our logo designed, we created some merchandise with our logo on it. And I forgot about it because it's being custom made, but we have should I tell them what it actually is? It's a canvas tote bag that has our logo on it. So that will be coming soon. We'll be doing that as a giveaway. And we're also working on the shower cap, which they are an amazing company. They are right now really busy donating their shower caps to, did you know, to the, what do you call it? But the delivery, baby delivery parts of hospitals. What do you call that?
The nurses.
Labor and delivery.
Labor and delivery people.
They are donating.
See, we support amazing local businesses, and we support amazing companies that are helping do cool stuff.
Yeah. So they told us like they want to help, but they're super swamped right now with getting them to people on the front line in the hospitals. So we're hoping to see that. And there was one other that Silk and Sonder, we're working on that as well. Our special journal, I think they'll probably come through. So anyway, we're just wanting to bless you with some of our favorite things and also just promote small businesses. We know this is a really hard time in the economy. And so, if you know a small local business, somebody that you really love and they have just a great mission, we would love to highlight them as well. Just, share the love. And we have Tracy Sider. Tracy Sider will be here next Wednesday. She is our movement coach, and I shared in the page yesterday. She has some Mother's Day specials. I ordered my book and just some unique ideas, things that you can order online. But she's going to be talking about what she does, helping women with menopause and what did she call it? Perimenopause. And what did she call it? Laugh pee or whatever it is. Anyway, she's amazing. She's totally changed my life.
Changing my life.
We talk about her all the time. So she's going to be on here next Wednesday, and she's also giving away a free full session, not her free 30-minute one, a free.
I can't believe she's doing that for us and for our people.
And let me tell you, you will be blessed, because I did the 30 minutes with her, and she actually went on. She actually spent much longer because I talked too much. But she's amazing. We love her so much. So we want to support her as well. So lots of good stuff. Every Wednesday we have our Small Business Wednesday. And then Friday we have Sneeze Pee. Hi, Tracy. Sneeze Pee. I said laugh
Sneeze Pee.
Well,
we knew it.
Laugh too, right?
It happens anytime you move. Yeah, and so on Friday, we are really, really, really excited to present my very good friend, Dr. Michelle Novotny. She is a world expert in ADD and ADHD, and she's going to be coming on. She just had a live webinar last week that had like 1,500 people on it, and she's going to talk about coping with anxiety in the quarantine. And this is going to be, we're going to dedicate most of the hour just to listening to her. You will be so blessed by Michelle. She has helped me through my trauma therapy. She's been my cheerleader. She's a PhD therapist, counselor. Billy Graham used to bring people when he would go through Philadelphia to her clinic to have them looked at. So, I mean, this woman is like no kidding. She's been retired for 20 years. You can't get to her. You can't I couldn't afford her. She's amazing. And she's going to be here on Coffee in the Quarantine. Wow. So say yes to this event. Set your alarms and reminders and get your little bottom back here with your coffee. She loves coffee too. And have some coffee with Robin and I, and let's listen to Michelle really give us some practical and amazing tips for anxiety in the quarantine.
And invite your friends, and there's an event, Lee makes the events on the page. So share the event and invite people. Like really, this is an important message. A lot of us are dealing with anxiety in the quarantine. I don't know anyone that's not. So this is
and a great way. Here's another great way. I was going to just remind everybody, if you want to know when we go live, then you need to hit the little 3 dots. If you see them, I'm not sure which way they are when I'm pointing, but look at those little 3 dots and hit them and turn on your notifications. Invite friends to come. You're not going to get it unless you follow. So make sure that you go up there, click it, turn on notifications so that anytime we go live, this is something, especially for a couple of these. If you guys love her and you really engage with it, guess what? We might just get to have her back. She's tired of doing webinars because she has to put together all the slides and it gets really complicated. She's traveled the world talking and speaking. And now she's thinking about doing something a little bit more fun, with us. So make sure that you're following, make sure that you're doing the notifications and letting your friends know.
Yeah, and there's a difference between like and follow. So on our page. So if you follow, then you will get the notifications and all of that. So and we appreciate follows. We appreciate likes too, but follows are what we're working for. Which thank you so much for so many new follows. Everybody. We're growing. We just love you. Please keep sharing.
What do we do for 500 follows?
Ooh, tell us. I don't know. I think we need to start giving away some merch with our logo on it. I don't know what you guys think, but
that's a good idea. We could do 500. We will give away. How many bags are we going to have, Robin?
Oh, we're only going to have one. Only one is going to.
Okay.
We can order more.
We'll up the ante. We will up the ante. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for saying done. You got it, girl. So we're gonna. I think we give away stuff. If we can get up to 500 follows, guess what? We're giving away stuff. Why not? It's May. I think we can get there. 500 follows. That would be interesting. Yeah,
I think we totally could. I'm thinking about doing. I don't know what you all think, and we need to wrap this up. But I was thinking about if we did like a window cling kind of thing you could put on your laptop, or something that had our logo. So that it would be kind of fun. Or put it.
I like that.
Yeah. So I haven't looked into, what's all involved in getting one of those. But anyway, this was
fabulous.
A great session. We're so grateful for you all. Thanks for coming to have coffee or tea with us and sitting at our table. I love the fact that Betsy's whole idea was about sitting around the table. I just love that. As women, we just need to make room at the table. And that's what I love about being online here, is that there's always enough room. Always enough room. So we love you all so much. Love you, Lee. Love you.
So much.
Next time I see you, it'll be my birthday.
I know. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we went this whole time and I forgot. I did not talk about your birthday on Friday, but come back to celebrate Robin's birthday.
Yay.
And you know what? Why don't you guys go? I'll make this easy for your entries. Go post a picture of you and a cake pop, or something, and tell her happy birthday. Like you made her something for her birthday this week. Go ahead. It'd be awesome. We love it.
This is a significant one, right? When you have a 0 or a 5, this one's got a 5 at the end. So
you're 25. That's so amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Hey,
Hi,
Josue.
Josue. Hey, we've got our Canadian, and we've got hello, Peru, my darling. We're so glad you're here. See, we stretch across all sorts of continents here at Coffee in the Quarantine. Go get them, Tigers. Make it your best day yet. Wednesday, hump day.
Peace.
Woo, girl. That was a good one. Okay, Robin.